So your child hates writing and you're thinking about hiring an English tutor or a creative writing tutor, and you're going to prepare yourself for spending hundreds, maybe thousands of pounds on tuition to help your child's writing to improve. Before you do that, I want to say that's probably not the best way forward. There's a better way of doing this. So, my name's Joycelyn Akufo, and believe me, interestingly, I actually run a tuition business which does help children with their creative writing, their maths, their 11 plus preparation, Key Stage 3, GCSE, all of those things I do. But then in 2016, due to demand from parents who live nowhere near my centres, I decided to create a creative writing course where I recorded some video tutorials giving step-by-step direction to the students, you know, in a nice, friendly way, in the way that I would if I was teaching them face-to-face, and showing them examples of how to produce the different types of writing, you know, because creative writing is like an umbrella term for, you know, different types of writing. It could be a short story, it could be a newsletter, it could be a speech, you know, it really is kind of now an umbrella term for all of that. And I then said, well, one thing that's missing, of course, would be feedback. How do you improve anything if you don't get feedback? So I built into the course a way for students to, you know, be given homework, to submit their writing, having watched the videos. And then, you know, I would mark their work for them, but it would have a visual feedback. So the work that they submit is marked on video, and they can hear how their work is being received and marked, and they are instructed on what they need to improve on, how to improve it, and the good parts of their writing. Because, you know, literally there'll be something worthy of keeping there, you know, for most children. And I was absolutely shocked at how much faster the students progressed in their writing compared to the students who would come in and have an hour face to face. So before we carry on with this amazing video, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so that you will get notified every time a new Geek School video goes up. Enjoy! Now, I got to thinking about this because, you know, spending an hour face to face for somebody like me, I'm a journalist, does a lot of good. Geek School's been running for a decade. However, the speed of improvement and, you know, just how much you could see that the children found their creative voices so much quicker astounded me. So I have come to understand that my crash course basically does a couple of things. For students who don't enjoy writing, they tend not to want to spend lots and lots of time doing the writing. So an hour is too long for them for a lesson. And if you're the kind of parent that bolts in several English lessons a week because you're desperately trying to get your child's writing to improve, you know, 2 to 3 hours a week is probably really diminishing their efforts. Now, what they really want is some sort of a script, if that makes sense. This is, you know, or a recipe. I'll use recipe instead of script. You know, like if you're baking a cake, you know all the ingredients that you need, and you're given a step-by-step guide on, you know, what to mix first, if you're going to preheat the oven or something, when you do that, and so on. This is what my creative writing crash course does. It literally gives them the workflow of what they need for every type of writing task. Now, you know, there are probably about 14 different writing tasks that children in primary and secondary are expected to know how to produce. And I go into detail for each of these. And then what is missing is feedback. Now, with all the best will in the world, your child's class teacher is not going to be able to give them that sort of individualized, detailed feedback on every piece of writing that they produce. You know, it's just not feasible with a class of 30 or so students. It's just not feasible all the time. And one benefit of the crash course is, well, your child will get that each submission. So the feedback is what also helps your child to improve quickly, married with the step-by-step guide on how to write the different writing tasks. And I have just been astounded at the speed of progress with the students on the creative writing crash course as compared to the ones that actually come into lesson to have English lessons that are focused on creative writing. Because the teaching is a nugget of teaching, the students are able to, you know, really focus for those 5 minutes or so. And then they're given step-by-step guides so they know exactly what to produce. And guess what? They just produce it. And then because the feedback video is unique to their writing and shows them what they're doing well and what they need to improve, guess what? They just follow on from there. And, you know, students are increasing in their scores 10%, 20%, very, very speedily. And what I particularly enjoy about this is you start to see their flair for writing. They start to get their creative voice very, very quickly. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So basically, if you want to try the course and you're not sure about whether it's right for your child, there is a link to the free creative writing course, you know, where you'll get to be able to go into the course and see the quality of resources. And then you can then go on and upgrade to the creative writing crash course. This is a course that you pay for one time, and it's not even a quarter of what you would pay for an English tutor. I know because I run a tuition business, so I definitely know how this works, you see. And you are able to get your child's confidence to be at the level that they need in order to produce their best efforts much quicker. Click the link and see exactly what I'm talking about.